Howdy ho, everybody. We just got done placing our bathroom upstairs, and I'm going to show you the absolute quickest, easiest, most fantabulous way to take care of placing this bathroom and making a copy of it on the ground floor. So I'm going to start with selecting my tub. I'm going to hold my control key. I'm going to select my toilet, and then I'm going to use a selection window around these objects. There's three objects there. That's a countertop, that's a base cabinet, and then that's a sink. So I'm going to come up here to the top of my window and say copy to clipboard. I've got two different options here. I can, modify. I can say paste, align to selected level. We all know what this does. We've done it on our windows. Yeah, we've done it with a couple of things. We can also go to open our ground floor plan, and I can say paste, aligned to current view. It amounts to the same thing. The upside, align to current view, basically lets you do one view at a time. Align to selected level means that if you've got 10 different floors and all these bathrooms are identical and in the same spot at all 10 floors, that you could copy that one perfect bathroom to all 10 floors in one shot. That's one of the advantages there. So I just wanted to copy that from the second floor to the ground floor. And believe it or not, we're done with the ground floor for right now, so we need to go back to the second floor. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this wonderful little bathroom that we have and we need to make a copy of it over here. So I'm going to use a selection window, and I'm going to come all the way around like this. And then I'm going to hold my control key. I'm going to select this wall. Now we're going to do a couple things here that have some somewhat unexpected results, but stick with me. I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to use my copy command, not copy to clipboard. And that's some terminology that I'm just going to have to start working with. So copy command. And now you notice I've got the window selected, this wall is selected, those doors have been selected, and I want my base point of displacement, as it were, to be this corner of the bathtub or the corner of the wall. So one click there. Now, right now, what Revit wants to do is it wants to keep things constrained. It's sort of like having your ortho lock in AutoCAD. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to uncheck this. I'm going to pan my way over here because I want to be right here. Zoom in, and I want to go to the intersection, sort of the intersection of where the exterior aluminum panel wall meets the CMU of the fireplace. So one left click. So far so good, everything is happy. It looks a little weird, but stick with me. Now I haven't left click, I'm not deselecting anything just yet. I'm going to click on rotate because I want to rotate these exact same objects. But what I want to do is I want to rotate around a specific point. I want to rotate around that point right there. That's the point I want to rotate and spin around. Right now I'm going to be rotating around this point. So in order to change that point, I hover my mouse over the little blue dot that represents the center of rotation. Click and drag until I get to the point that I want. There it is, right there. So that's where I'm rotating around. And I just want to rotate him 90 degrees. And we're going to get some error messages. And right now my movie recording window is in the way, so let's do that. Cannot keep elements joined. This is perfect. This is kind of to be expected under the circumstances. So that's fine. We'll click on unjoin elements. There we go. Now, obviously, we've got a little bit of a glitch happening here. So I'm done modifying this. I'm going to click on modify to deselect everything. Now, obviously, this wall isn't properly intersecting with the exterior, and this wall comes all the way across and is doing some weird things here. This is just, I don't need an entry vestibule into this room. I just don't. So I'm going to use trim extend to corner. I'm going to select the top edge of this vertical wall because this is the side that I want to keep. And I'm going to select this little horizontal wall. Now, because it's removing this portion of the door or this portion of the wall, there's no longer a spot for the door to fit. So I say delete instance. Or maybe I'll take him and move him up here. He's not as in the way right there. Actually, that right there is not a bad spot for him. That way I can still get to these tabs. Okay. The only thing that's missing is this guy right here. My tub is in the wrong spot. And if we mouse around a little bit and click on the modify button, if we mouse around, we should be able to find, there it is. There it is. Where'd it go? That window is still there. That window doesn't belong there. But I do want to take and place a window right here. And I want to move this wall right over here. Now, most people will think delete it and then put a new one in its place. It's like, well, sometimes that's not always the best thing to do in Revit. The best thing to do a lot of times is to actually correct what's incorrect as opposed to deleting what's incorrect and then recreate from scratch. So I've got this window selected and there's this button up here that says pick new host. And what that does is since a wall or a window can only exist inside a wall and we've got it in the wrong wall, this tool allows us to say, see this window? Move it to a different wall. That's all we're doing. So click on pick on new host and then I select that window or that wall rather. And there he is. Now he's in place. And I'm going to do the same thing to the bathtub. Select the bathtub. It needs a new host. There it is right there. It's kind of hidden by this window again. That's new. I didn't see you do that before. Pick new host. Right. And I'm going to deliberately move him a little off so that I manually for a drain line and all that inside the same CMU that the fireplace is in the real world. Probably not. Can they do it? Yes. Do contractors like it? No, not so much. But it is something that can be done. Okay. So there we go. There is the upstairs. We copied this bathroom to the downstairs and now we've brought it back over here to create this upstairs room. And we've got one more thing left to do. I really can't find a good place for him. And I like having my windows full screen as opposed to no windowed session. It's a little thing. So anyway, I'll highlight this wall and I'm going to create another one just exactly like it. So come up here and create similar. I'm going to zoom in and I want to create my wall from this point right here. Left click, drag in the direction I want to go. Ew, wall center line. I'm gonna have to do some stuff to make this line up. Cancel. I still want to draw that line, draw that wall. It's just defined incorrectly. Interior finish face. Left click. And he's still drawn in the, he's flipped the wrong way. But just like we can flip a door or we can flip a bathtub or all those other things, we can flip them as we're going. Push the space bar and it will flip that wall up so he's facing the right direction. Just run him until he intersects with this wall. Everything will clean up. Click escape a couple of times. There we go. Zoom out, pan over here. I want to duplicate that door. Create similar. Zoom in. Now I want to duplicate that door right there. Boom. There we go. So there's all of our bathrooms. And that's it for this video. In the next video, we're going to be talking about creating rooms, and I promise you we will be able to get to a kitchen soon. So we'll see you guys in the next video. And when I'm doing the next video, chances are this background is going to be different as I might be doing it from home. So later.